Hello everybody, welcome back to the live stream. Today we are going to be coding, we are going to be learning to code in HTML and CSS. Hello everybody, this is going to be a multi-line course. This is going to be it's going to be live. So yeah, it's going to be live as I just said right now. I'm going to be streaming it live like you can see right now. So yeah. With that, let's get started. But today we are going to learn the basic HTML framework and how to code in HTML. Now, well, let's talk about the software that we're going to be needing. For HTML, we can use Notepad, or if you're on a Mac, you can use TextEdit. But those are inbuilt softwares that you can use. But what I really love using is Sublime Text. Now, Sublime Text is a software which you can use for coding HTML or basically any other language which is out there. So there's a bunch of tutorials on how to install Sublime Text, and I'm going to go over that. Okay. Now we're going to start. You can see my Sublime Text screen. Now this is a free software, but you're going to get pop-ups if you don't register it. Okay. First thing that we are going to learn is how to save an HTML document. Now, to save it, you need to go to File, Save As. And then there should be a dialog box that opens up here. Now here, you can save it wherever you want. So now I'm going to create a new folder on my desktop called Coding. So I'm going to name it Coding. TUT. Now, here, if you haven't typed anything, you'll see it as all files. Now we need to change that all files to HTML. Now to do that, you have to click where it says all files and click on HTML or hypertext markup language if you're using if you're using Notepad. If you're using Sublime Text, then you have to click on HTML.html.htm or shtm.xhtm. Once you click on that, give it a file name as index and then just save. Now I'm going to talk about the basic structure of HTML. Now the basic structure of HTML is very simple. It is basically one of the simplest languages you can begin to code with. Now don't worry, you'll get this easily even if you don't have a programming background or language that you know. Okay, so here first we have to put in the doc type. Now this will tell the computer that we want to create an HTML document. Now even if you save it and it shows down here plain text, then you just click on that plain text and save it and click on HTML, which should be somewhere here. And this should become pink and purple then. Once it becomes pink and purple, you know that you've done it correctly and that you can move on to the next step. Now we have told the computer that we want to make an HTML document using the doc type HTML tag. But now we need to start the HTML coding. We need to tell the computer that we are starting the code from here. Now to do that, you're going to need another tag. Also, before we continue, I have to tell you, all of these little elements in HTML are called tags. So we have got to give the HTML tag. Let me just remove all of this because this is not what we want right now. Here we put HTML and then we're putting ending tag, and then we leave one line and put the ending tag, which whenever we end the tag has to be written with a slash in front of the tag. Oops. There we go. Okay. Sorry. I've put the slash HTML tag. Now once you do that, the computer knows that we're starting the HTML document from there. Okay. Let's move on to the next step. Now the next step is to actually start writing the code. Now to start writing the code, it's really simple as well. Now I'm going to give you, before we start, I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you how to find the HTML of any website. To do that, you just go to a website. For example, my own website. You have to right click on it, then right click on it and then click on view page source, or click on control U. Both of them will do the same thing. And then you will go to the view source section. Now you can see you can see this now. This is going to be all of the code which I used for my website. So here it says the type is HTML. Then we're starting the HTML from here. But you may be wondering, what is this head tag? So head contains all of your headings and whatever headings you need to use and all of that stuff. Now if you're wondering how to give the different headings, well, that is also very simple to do. Now to give some headings, I'm going to remove the row separate text and put in the head tag. Now to make your code neater, what you have to do is you have to give an indentation, also known as, you can just leave a tab. Okay. Now I know you. Sorry that you can see my Chrome screen. So go ahead and close Google Chrome. There we go. Okay. Let's continue now. Okay, guys. I'm sorry that I just closed the blank text. Okay. Now, as you type this out, let's type the head tag. Now, as I said, every tag in HTML ends with a slash. Okay, now that we have typed this out, now we can put in our headings here inside. Now to put in our headings, we have to use some more tags, of course. And the tags that we're going to use are going to be the H1 tag for the biggest heading. So let's type that out. Okay. Okay, guys. So once we have typed out the H1 tag, we can type in all of the text that we need to type. We can put in the text that we need to type in the heading. So I'm going to type, this is the tutorial for HTML. Okay, now that we have typed, this is the tutorial for HTML. Okay, now that I've typed this, and if I save this using Control S, and go ahead and open this on the Google Chrome browser.
You go out there and watch the stream also.
And now here, as you can see, this index didn't save properly. I'm going to delete this file, go to here and save it. Oh, I'll just put that by mistake. I'm going to save this file as index. But here, as you can see, all files, I'm just going to make it HTML and then index.html. Now, as you see, I made a mistake. I didn't give it the proper name. So here I can change the name. Okay, perfect. Now if I go ahead, you can even see the preview that you can see this is the tutorial for HTML. And even if I open it inside of a browser for HTML. Okay, now let's move on to the next tag. Here you can see that it gave that we entered in the heading. Okay, I mean in this today's we are going to have this stream once a week every Sunday. If you want, you can watch this later as a video. Any questions can directly go to the live chat. I am going to be watching the live chat right now. Open page. So yeah, questions and anything can directly go inside of the live chat. Okay, now to actually type this out, we can actually, if you want, now we can have different smaller headings. That depends on what tag you use. You can use throughout one H1 to H6. H1 being the biggest and H6 being the smallest tag available in the HTML language. So I'm going to put H2 here and I'm going to use the H3 tag and type H3 in it. I'm going to use the H4 tag. The H5 tag. And last but not least, the H6 tag. Now, if we save this, here you can see if you don't buy certain text, then this is the type of pop-up that comes up saying that this is the unsigned copy. That is fine. You can click on cancel. It won't reduce any of your functionality. Oh, I made a mistake. That would be 6. And save it using Control S. Go back to index.html. And here if we reload this, if we saved it.
Off everything and clean everything. हाँ? चलो सारा दिन एसी चला है, तुमको पता है यहाँ का बिल कैसा आता है?